This Transmissions Trips to the Store video is brought to you by PrimeToys.net. Check out PrimeToys.net for all the newest Transformers and third-party figures. Also, don't forget to listen during the show for the discount code offered to Transmissions listeners. PrimeToys.net. Collector-grade toys without the collector-grade prices.
Welcome to the Transmissions Trips to the Store, where we show off all the cool Transformer stuff we got this week. This video is part of our weekly Transmissions podcast, which you can check out at our website, www.transmissionspodcast.com. This show is sponsored by our good friends at... No, Yoshi, no. Sponsored by good friends at PrimeToys.net. Collector-grade toys without the collector-grade prices. Use our code TRANSMISSIONS at checkout for 10% off your order of all regularly priced Transformers items. That includes Hasbro, Takara, and third-party figures and accessories. Now, this week it's special because while Jeremy's away, we've got our friend Aaron from the WTF TFW podcast. So Aaron is here.
That's me.
Yeah, Jeremy's not our friend. You're a step up.
So Aaron's here to put us all to shame with the stuff he's got, because he's got a much bigger, well, he's got a much bigger collection than me. Maybe, I don't know, he and Darryl can fight, but definitely it's got better stuff than I do. Maybe Yoshi too. Anyway, let's start off. Yoshi, I'm going to start off with you. What do you got this week?
In wall display.
Oh, nice. Hobby
Very
Lobby?
cool.
Yeah. You're welcome, Internet. That's it, Charles. What do you got?
You need to go see Moana, Yoshi.
I need to see what?
Moana, the movie Moana, the Disney movie.
Oh, why do I need to do that?
Because there's a whole song about singing "You're Welcome." It's
I don't sing. Every time I sing, this happens, and it's never pretty.
It's
All
okay.
right.
It comes from the heart. That's what makes it pretty.
It does come from the heart. I have feels.
Okay, we've broken Yoshi. Aaron, I'm going to move on to you.
All right. So for recent things, you know, Wave 3 of the Titans Return Titan Masters came out. And a friend locally sent me a message saying, like, hey, Target's got a whole case of them out. I got all excited. Yeah, a little Headmaster crack. This is awesome. And like 3 hours later, I get there, and all they had was Overboard. The entire wave that had the three completely new molds, you know, the Tarot and the, you know, all that's fun. That was all gone, and it was the third go round of this guy. But I'm a damn addict, so Overboard is the same thing with Clobber. He's got his little arms. It's it for new Transformers. You did say if I had something neat sitting around, and what I do have, take you all the way back to animated. This is, if you want to say a grail piece, one of the grail pieces that I have. This was when animated first came out. They'd made a whole bunch of them, and then for whatever reason it got stopped, and it wasn't coming to the U.S. yet. Oh, I'm getting an up hand. This is the Magma Bulkhead, as people frequently would call it. This was the first time that anybody online had gotten their hands on Bulkhead, and it was me, and I paid way too much money for it. But I've been talked to from employees of Hasbro saying, oh, you got one of those that, you know, does have the really big, I don't know if you can, that's upside down maybe. No, not for sale on it. Yeah, this isn't really a thing. This was them shooting plastic into early molds to see if it worked, and it was the first go round that we got to see the good old missile launch that doesn't really work now anymore because old springs and all that. There it goes. Forgot how far back that went. But
Just shoot your eye out, kid.
yeah, with the tether because it was a wrecking ball. But it also got to put to rest a lot of the early talk about animated was like, oh no, these toys aren't posable and the like. And I ended up standing him and posing him for like 3 days doing a handstand on one of these hands.
Wow.
And that was like when people really started to realize like, hey, maybe these guys actually do know what they're talking about. And Eric Siebenailer and Derek J. Wyatt had a good idea of character design and toy design at the same time, even though it wasn't G1. It's not that thing that it was in '84.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if I have something here on my desk, that would be it of the Grails.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is, like I said, I think it's like one of 3 that the numbers that were really known of, and one of those got reclaimed by Hasbro. So it's a fun thing to have.
So you say you're in Indiana?
Yes.
Okay. Narrows it
Does
down.
have his passport.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. It's not that big.
Has anyone ever called it Fire Guts Bulkhead?
Called it what? You
Has
like
anyone
skipped out in there, and it sounded like you said something very profane.
has anyone ever called it Fire Guts Bulkhead?
Fire Guts Bulkhead. Okay, no, you go and then you drop everything out from that till you get to Bulkhead. It sounded no, not Fire Guts. It's generally just been like Magma Bulkhead, because that was like the kind of stuff they were doing in that time frame.
Yeah.
Of like, I don't know, make them blue and call them Blizzard Bulkhead, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, Fire Guts does fit well too, because it is the red with orange.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Very cool.
All right. I'll go next.
I guess you go now.
But it's okay, Darryl, because I don't have a lot of stuff this week. All I have is a comic, More Than Meets the Eye Revolution, featuring the Nick Roche, Josh Burcham cover. It's got the nice fake coffee stains, dog ears. I like the little, artistic touches there that Josh put on there. I know Yoshi hates it, but I like this cover. All right, and yeah, I didn't make it to get any toys this week.
That's it.
In the toy show. Sorry. All right, Darryl, the floor is yours. Take us home.
All right.
He's rubbing his hands together.
I got some comics this week. Well, I did get this one. This is the other cover for our Revolutions More Than Meets the Eye. This is the cover I liked. The Alex Milne cover. I tweeted out a picture on last weekend. I made a stop at a comic book store in Sarnia and went rooting through their bins and found some #1 issues. This is More Than Meets the Eye, Robots in Disguise #1. This is the E cover. Super glary. This is
Never bag and board your comics.
I know. What the fuck? This is More Than Meets the Eye, the B cover. This is More Than Meets the Eye #1, the D cover. And this is More Than Meets the Eye #1, the E cover. So I cleaned
So
up.
is 5 covers a problem?
A lot of covers.
Did you pull a retro Shelton?
Not yet. I'm still missing, I believe, the B, the Ratchet cover. So I'm still, but I will get that cover eventually. Plus, there is a blank sketch cover for that, which I have never seen myself. So, but I will get one eventually. But the reason why I was in Sarnia was because I was going across to Port Huron to pick up something from my U.S. Post Office box, which I had sent to Florida. I sent something to Florida from Fan Expo. So I took this to Fan Expo, and it finally came back. This is our comic book that I had graded.
Oh.
For CBCS. I got a 9.6 on it. it's not bad. I was hoping for a 9.8, but 9.6 is pretty good. I'll take it.
That's pretty respectable.
So that's your guys' cover of it?
Yeah.
And that was the best you could do? You got the entire shipping run, and you couldn't pull a 10 out of it? I mean... I got 2 boxes, and they were beat to shit. The best one that I saw out of that was what seemed to be a 9.6, but you know, I might have missed. I thought you guys were professionals.
Yeah, apparently not.
You thought wrong.
But yeah, so I did go through with this. It was a nice price. These guys ship very, very well. So I have gone through this process now, and I recommend it. They're very good. They're very professional.
This was CBC, you said?
CBCS, yeah.
CBC. What did that set you back to do?
This was total $41 US.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I do have 2 toys. These are some MicroMasters. This is Hot House.
Okay.
He is missing his little like ramp. But this turns into a like a
outhouse,
firehouse, and then some kind of tower thing.
Yeah, you do the. Now it's some kind of weird tank thing, and this guy's a plane. And then this is Airwave, and he's also missing a ramp. So they're not complete, but they're pretty damn close. I guess missing the guys is probably the most common thing. And he's pretty easy to transform himself. So he's basically done. So, but yeah, no, they're fun. They were pretty cheap actually. They were like $10 a piece. So just picking them up was just something. I've been into like the weird crazy shit from the late G1 era. Because it's odd, but yeah, that was it. It's I'm just impressed with this. This was cool. Just to get this done was pretty neat. Yeah,
it wasn't a 10, but you know.
I know. I would have lost my shit if I opened up the box and I saw a 10 on there. I absolutely lost it.
You know, I think CGC tells you what the grades are before they ship them back to you.
There's a code on this thing that I can actually enter in on their website, and it'll show me the grader's notes, which is kind of neat. But
stupid artwork on cover. That's gotta be.
You know, I think we need to change our policy, Charles, of all guests get a free comic book. That just go right down the shitter now.
Do we have that policy?
I had to pay for my copy of it.
But yeah, that's what I have this week.
Now, Darryl, you showed off your toys, and you didn't mention that they were Darryl complete. That's a big oversight.
I mentioned they were incomplete, but yeah,
you got to use the terminology. That's the terminology.
They're missing parts. They're Darryl complete. Yeah.
And now you have an edit to do. I love Charles.
I'm leaving it in. I'm lazy.
All right, everyone. I think that's it for our trips to the store. Thanks for watching. As always, you can check out our whole podcast at www.transmissionspodcast.com. We do 2 shows a week. We do a toy-focused show, which this Trips to the Store is part of, and we do a comics and media show that is Transmissions Alt Mode. And then occasionally, every once in a while, we do a Transmissions Extra, which is a show about extra stuff that sometimes doesn't even feature Transformers, actually most of the time. So check out all those shows on our website and keep coming back, watching our videos on YouTube. We'd appreciate it. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, and enjoy. And if you really like us, maybe think about, leaving us a good review, donating through our Patreon, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Later.